example, the war in Syria. And you may actually hear from grown-up reporters who are lying through their teeth or ignorant beyond imagining that, oh, the war in Syria, yes, Russia intervened in Syria. Well, do you know that that Obama tasked the CIA to overthrow?
So this is Jeffrey Sachs. He's an academic, an analyst, and he's a critic of Israel. Donald Trump posts this video on his social media, and he's talking about the war in Syria and other wars in the Middle East.
Throw the Syrian government, starting 4 years before Russia intervened. What kind of nonsense is that? And how many times did the New York Times report on Operation Timber Sycamore, which was the presidential order to the CIA to overthrow Bashar al-Assad? 3 times in 10 years. This is not democracy. This is a game. And it's a game of narrative. Why did the U.S. invade Iraq in 2003? Well, first of all, it was completely phony pretenses. It wasn't, oh, we were so wrong, they didn't have weapons of mass destruction. They actually did focus groups in the fall of 2002 to find out what would sell that war to the American people. Abe Schultzke, if you want to know the name of the PR genius. They did focus groups on the war. They wanted the war all the time. They had to figure out how to sell the war to the American people, how to scare the shit out of the American people. It was a phony war. Where did that war come from? You know what? It's quite surprising.
So the regime change in Syria, the invasion of Iraq. How do we get the people to accept the population in the West to support these kinds of wars? These wars are unpopular. We need to change public opinion. We're going to have focus groups. We're going to have a media operation, a psyop, basically. Who's behind all this?
That war came from Netanyahu, actually.
Oh,
you know that?
Netanyahu.
It's weird. And the way it is that Netanyahu had, from 1995 onward, the theory that the only way we're going to get rid of Hamas and Hezbollah is by toppling the governments that support them. That's Iraq, Syria, and Iran. And the guy's nothing if not obsessive. And he's still trying to get us to fight Iran this day, this week. He's a deep, dark son of a bitch, sorry to tell you, because he's gotten us into endless wars, and because of the power of all of this in the U.S. politics, he's gotten his way. But that war was totally phony. So what is this democracy versus dictatorship? Come on. These are not even sensible terms.
Yeah, so it's shocking that Donald Trump is posting this video that's calling out Netanyahu. Calling out Netanyahu for using the United States for phony wars in the Middle East and attacking Iran. So it's a good sign. It's a very positive sign. It's kind of alarming. So if Donald Trump is aware of this manipulation by the Israeli government to pull the United States into conflict in Syria, in Iraq, in Iran, if Donald Trump is aware of that, then what about all of these Zionists that he's put in his administration? All of these Zionists who were openly calling for war with Iran. His cabinet is full of these Zionists. So who is really controlling Donald Trump? Who is really in charge of his administration? If he's aware that this is a scam, quote unquote scam, that's the term that Jeffrey Sachs used, why is he allowing it to happen? Is he really the commander-in-chief? Is he really going to be the president of the United States? Or he's just a figurehead? So this is this is a huge scandal, and this kind of lends some credence to the suspicion that Donald Trump is the fall guy. Donald Trump is going to... They're going to take him out. They are going to take him out and they're going to pin it on Iran. Imagine, like, this is what we've been predicting for the past year, or ever since that first assassination attempt against Donald Trump, where his ear got scratched. It seems like Donald Trump is not going to last. And I hope that whatever plot that they have to take him out for the sake of Israel doesn't work out. That's what I hope. What do you guys think? Tell me in the chat.